So this is Queen of Wands in reverse. It may mean that some of you are having difficulties with a fire sign. Could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Or conversely, it could be that you're just having some sort of challenge to your current personal power, your confidence, your boldness. It may mean that you're just not feeling as 100% action-oriented as you might ordinarily be. This here is the moon position. It's called Yasod, foundation, and it rules our emotions. So again, with the sun in position, in the reverse position, with Queen of Wands in the reverse position, you can see that there's something that's just challenging your confidence, challenging your vitality, your sunniness. See the sunflowers in both of these? That's your natural state. And when these are in reverse, there's just something that is in resistance, in delay. There's some fear, doubt, or resistance that are preventing those from being in the upright position. So the sun is one of the most positive cards in the whole deck. And even though it's in reverse here, it just means that something is at 70% instead of 100% in terms of your confidence, your radiance, and your vitality. And with this sun card being in reverse, I'm actually reading this as you. So whatever it is that's challenging your confidence, your vitality, your ability to act on something, you might just look into what is that? What is making you feel like things are in delay or in somewhat of an overcast mode? The next node that we have is called Splendor. It's Hod, and it's ruled by Mercury. In this position, we have 7 of Cups in reverse. And this is, Mercury rules our communications. So you're coming out of confusion in regards to your communications in some way. This means making a decision. In the upright position, it means confusion, being cloudy or hazy about something. By communicating is how you will come out of this haziness or this indecision, this confusion. I'm getting the sense that you're ready to talk about the newfound clarity that you're getting on things. So Mercury represents a lot of talking, a lot of communication, and you're getting very clear on your words, especially Gemini. Next thing up, we have Ace of Swords. Yep, this is clarity as well. This reinforces this card. So this is in your victory position, and this is a card of victory. This is things that you value. This is Ace of Swords, which represents the truth, beginning a new way of thinking, especially as it relates to things that you value. So what I'm seeing here, Gemini, is that as you speak your truth, as you get really clear on your speech, you're able to affect and turn around your emotional feelings of any cloudiness, especially as it relates to your relationships, especially as it relates to your vitality, your well-being, your confidence. And that may turn around, as you turn this around by clear speech and clear thought, you may also be able to turn around where you're coming from, your action, your vitality, your confidence, your courageousness, all of that. So those are helpful things in your immediate situation. The next card is the Sun position, which has to do with consciousness. It's represented by beauty, and it's called Tippereth. Look at what a perfect card for that, strength. This is the major arcana. So this means that you're in a position, your consciousness is in a place of strength, patience, fortitude, hanging in there. It's really interesting because these are all fire-based cards. You may be dealing with a Leo here, Gemini, or you're taking on some of the characteristics of Leo for this month. If you look at this, this is all fire-based. This is all sun ruled energies. So this is where your consciousness is, in strength, fortitude, gentleness. It's taming the beast. So it's having a strong heart. And what the sense I get is that as you connect with your solar plexus, as you connect with your confidence, mostly through endurance and fortitude, if you've endured any difficulties, that turns around your emotional state, and that turns around your existence, or the way you're showing up here in the 3D, in the physical world, Gemini. So focus, you might want to do some solar plexus meditations, some things that have to do with your confidence or patience or strength. That's all really featured for you here for you in February. It's all your major access. And speaking truthfully and clearly is what's going to really help you with this, Gemini. The next one that we have up is severity or Gebura. This is about our will, our desire, and it's governed by Mars. This is 5 of coins. So this means some sort of loss. Maybe you've felt a financial loss recently. This is why you're feeling maybe emotionally wanting to be vibrant, but feeling a little bit drained or a little bit overcast. 5 of coins is a choice of focus card. So this means that if you're focusing on the material world and you're feeling wounded or at a loss, that there's always the choice to focus on the spiritual realms. That's where it's glowing. That's where it's warm. That's where abundance is always reigning. So it's really a choice of, are you focusing on losses or are you focusing on things that you have to be grateful for? That's where your desires and wills are showing up in terms of where is your focus happening? Where are you putting your action towards? Towards losses or towards potential gains here, Gemini? And then your next position is the Mercy Chesed position, which is governed by Jupiter. This is blessings, and look at what you have here. You have emotional fulfillment. This is 10 of Cups. This is the most amount of cups on a card. So you can see here that it's potential that you may be going through something with a partner. If you're feeling any sort of loss, especially financial loss as it relates to a partner, you've got everything to gain emotionally here. If you look at the end of the rainbow, that's usually where the treasure lies. So it may be that physically there is a lack of vitality, confidence, courageousness, abundance. You might be feeling financially drained, but it looks like emotionally there's a lot of happiness there. It reminds me of that in some poor countries, people can be very happy. They've done studies on this. I think that Nigeria, for example, was studied to be one of the countries with the happiest people, even though they maybe have more lack of financial resources. There's a lot of emotional fulfillment here. So I'm seeing that your relationship could be a source of emotional fulfillment this month, even if there's a financial strain going on. You are counting on one another. The closeness of the two people here is really apparent, Gemini. And it might be that even if you're not in a relationship, that you could experience a lot of emotional fulfillment this month, even if you're struggling financially. And the way you get through that is through this strength, this patience, this fortitude, this gentleness. Let's see what else is coming up for you, Gemini. In your understanding position, this is ruled by Saturn and can be an area where you're presented with lessons or challenges. This is the home card, the 1111, the celebration, the domestic card, the castle. Some of you, I get a sense that there may be challenges with the home, getting kicked out of a home, or something's falling apart at home. Something is unstable at home. So there are challenges there, but it's providing you strength and a learning opportunity. And I get the sense that that is where you're gaining some of this strength from. This is also the twin flame 1111 card, so there may be ways in which that feels like it's in delay. If there's a partner that you are looking to create a home with, you may need to employ some strength and patience right now because there's something unstable about the home life or the marriage there. Let's see what else is going on. In your second position, wisdom, chokma, you have success. You know the answers is what it's telling me right now. This is another card. You look at all the cards of victory that you have in your position of victory, in your position of blessings, in your position of wisdom. You have all these success and abundance cards. 6 of Wands, triumph, victory, recognition, success. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Ace of Swords, another victory and triumph card. The truth will set you free, telling the truth. So in your values and blessings and wisdom, you have tremendous success here. And over here in terms of communication and your will and desire and your understanding. It looks like there are some challenges here, but you are coming out of confusion. You're coming to a decision about something. And even if there are financial challenges here, it looks like you have a great sense of success and emotional fulfillment this month. Let's look at what your highest opportunity this month is, Empress. I love this for you, Gemini. This is you sitting pretty. This is someone who is completely abundant, completely receiving of things. Things grow around her. She's one of the most abundant cards in the whole deck. So what this is telling me, if you look at your central axis here, as you allow in the abundance consciousness, it gives you fortitude and strength. It enables you to turn around any emotional challenges to your confidence, to your vitality, and it allows you to remember how strong you are and to act accordingly. So look at all these strong women here. Now, whether you're male or female, this is all tremendously abundant energy. So I'm seeing that this could be a very abundant month for you, Gemini, but you have to allow in all these blessings of speaking the truth, emotional fulfillment, triumph, and success. You have to recognize yourself in this position as Empress, seeing yourself as receiving all things that want to come to you. Basically putting yourself in a receiving, receptive position and having patience and fortitude even in difficult times, and leaning, if you're in relationship, leaning on that relationship for this emotional fulfillment. You're in a place to receive all good things at the end of the rainbow. So I really like February here for you, Gemini. I'm just seeing that if you can bring Empress energy down into your day-to-day, it can really help fortify and strengthen you in terms of patience, resilience, fortitude, courage, and help you feel like this vibrant, outgoing, lively, optimistic, motivated, confident person. So I'm liking that for you, Gemini. Just call upon your own inner strength is what I'm seeing for this month.